Hello, hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to our channel. This is Alex and Silvia, and today we're going to speak about
Confidence.
confidence. It's a big topic, confidence and self-confidence. Woo! Where to begin? I think with confidence, you begin with two things. Number one, you have to realize that if you want to achieve anything in life, you have to become an attractive person. And number two, if you want to have confidence, you have to stop caring about people's opinions.
By attractive person, you mean not just looks.
No, not just looks, like energy-wise, aura, the way you carry yourself.
And the way you do that is by
And the way you do that is by stopping caring about other people's opinion. I come from Bulgaria, and we have a little saying there that I absolutely loved, and I learned that when I was a teenager, and it has helped me a lot going through life. And the saying goes like this: we don't pay taxes for public opinion. Bam! Right there and then, you know that the moment you stop caring about what people think of you, you're a free person. Because I'll tell you this, there's always going to be people who like you, and there's always going to be people who don't like you, and that's totally fine. That's totally fine. But ultimately, it doesn't matter, because you know what really matters is whether you like yourself or not. Because who knows you more than you yourself? Maybe your mom, but your mom is always going to love you. So, but even your mom, it's not important in this case, because this is your life and you have to live it the way you want to live it. And so if by any chance growing up you didn't receive the necessary boost of confidence from your family, from your parents, then eventually when you leave the nest, you have to decide that you don't need that external validation from them, from your mom and dad. You need to create your own for yourself. And it starts with you. It starts with you focusing on your soul. Like, appreciate your soul. Your soul is beautiful. Every soul on this earth is absolutely beautiful. And then when you start from within, everything that is external, like your looks, these are things that, if for some reason you decide that you don't like your hair, or you don't like your body, or you don't like, these are things that, first of all, your body, you have to always create a relationship with your body, which is like a friendship, like a best friend relationship.
A sense of respect.
Yes, you have to treat your body the way you would treat your best friend. With love and respect and care and nurture. You have to care what you put in that body. And sometimes, we can be tempted to eat junk food, or sometimes we have emotional eating. There are all these possibilities, but if you approach this from the perspective of, this is my best friend here, and I respect my best friend, and I love my best friend, and I care what I'm gonna give my best friend to eat and drink, then you can overcome those obstacles or those perspectives, And that's just like an external thing. I think that focusing on doing things that make you feel good, to boost your self-esteem, to boost your dopamine levels, it's because whether it's through sport, whether it's through meditation, whether it's through walks in the park with nature, connecting to Mother Earth, buy a pair of new clothes, have a new haircut, just like do things for yourself, with love, from you to you, whatever it takes, whatever that means to you, It has to do a lot of self-care. It has to do a lot of self-love. It has to do a lot with self-love and self-care. But If you're doing those things for yourself, you will inevitably feel good. And when you feel good, who the hell cares what somebody else thinks of me? I don't care. I don't care. Like, this is your opinion, and it's your perception, by the way.
I think when you're doing things that make you feel good, that leads to this sense of confidence within yourself. You do become an attractive person.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because you're focused on yourself and you're measuring everything from your own perspective, you know. And if you see something you don't like, then do the things that can fix that for you. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't like your body, then sure, become healthy, work out, do stuff that make you feel good, that make you look better and better, and then eventually you'll get over it. Like, just establish the problem and then come up with solutions, rather than focusing on what you don't like and then marinating in that and be like, well, I don't like my body, for instance. This is just an example. Or it's like, if you don't like yourself, or if you don't have respect for yourself, if you don't have love for yourself, you cannot expect that other people around you will have any of that for you. They won't. They also won't like you. They also won't have respect for you. They also won't love you, because this is the type of energy that is coming out of you, and this is what's going to reflect back at you. Don't you agree?
Yeah, and then you can't then say that, well, you know, the person has to then like me for who I am. But that person can see the way that you're taking care of yourself, and that person can see the way that you're thinking of yourself.
Yeah.
And so they have no obligation to like you for you if you don't even like yourself.
Absolutely not. Yeah,
absolutely. That's not attractive at all.
It's not attractive at all. You have to become an attractive person in order to attract good things and people to you, you know, and that's all in your hands. Basically, what I'm saying is that you have to become your own savior. Whatever you have an issue with, don't just sit and feel sorry about yourself and complain about yourself. That's not going to take you anywhere. It's just going to lead in depression and self-punishment through different ways, and like, it's just not. It's a dead end. You know, rather you have to, like, give yourself permission to be like, you know what, this is my life. I'm going to live it the way I want. I'm in control. I am going to do this. I'm going to do that. I like things like this. I like things like that. And then take control and then change things around the way you would like them to be. Give yourself permission. Tell yourself, if you wish, in the morning, you wake up first thing in the morning, just look in that mirror, but like, look inside your eyes, and then see your soul in the mirror and be like, I love you. You're beautiful. I love you. Just play your favorite song and just go for 5 minutes. I love you. I love you. I love you. You're beautiful. I'm so grateful to have you. I would never want to walk this earth and have this life on this earth with any other but you. Like, I'm so proud of you. You know, the soul is the essence of you. Everything else outside is just, I don't know, like, is it an avatar? Is it the package? Whatever it is, it's like, focus on the soul. Focus on the essence. Focus on your good gifts, and like, there is something absolutely unique and special about each and any one of you. Isn't that right? Yeah. So focus on that. Focus on how can you, because everybody wants to belong, right? Yeah. The sense of belonging. And so you have to expand your scope of focusing. Instead of focusing on the immediate, what is it, like a, say, group of friends who maybe are mistreating you bad, or if you're a student, you're in school, maybe your school, something is like off in school, you're not liked, you're not popular, or maybe it's like your workplace, you're not popular, maybe people speak behind your back. I gotta tell you, like, anytime somebody speaks behind your back, I feel sorry for this type of people. I really do, because speaking about other people's in a bad way, it's just, this is called gossip, by the way, and it's literally, A, it's the lowest form of communication, and B, it absolutely decreases your frequency at which you vibrate. It's just, and I feel bad for these people. I'm sorry that they're doing this to themselves, but at the same time, remember that none of them know you. So how can you possibly care about an opinion of people who don't even know you? And why would you even care to sit there and to like trying to prove them wrong? You know, their opinion doesn't matter. And you just focus on your thing and on your truth and on your goals and get your mind outside of that immediate community, because then you can focus on belonging to a bigger community. And that could be literally, I don't know, your town, your country, the Mother Earth, the universe. When you look at it from that perspective, you matter. Your gifts matter. So how can you use your gifts in order to help and bring something on the table that only you can?
And
Focus
everybody's
on
got
that.
something. Everybody's got something.
That is absolutely unique to them.
You know, I was thinking that sometimes you're in an environment where you do feel like it's against you.
Like an outsider.
Maybe. And that may affect your confidence. But you know,
Yeah.
sometimes you're surrounded by your friends and you're surrounded by your family and you're surrounded by your loved ones and everybody's supporting you and everybody's like, don't get discouraged, you know, keep going. You know, when you're maybe too hard on yourself, or maybe when you've tried something and you failed multiple times and you still feel that love and you still feel that support, that's not enough. Even though that is like the most conducive environment to being successful as well. Even though sometimes through adversity you gain confidence too. But I think that no matter which environment it is, it's still your choice at the end. You still have to be the one to
care
to
or
care,
not care.
To just you gotta
Don't
keep
care.
you gotta keep going.
Don't care.
And you know, sometimes you can be your own worst enemy.
Oh, not sometimes. Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Most of the times. Yeah, because instead of letting it come in from this year and exit from that year, which is what kids do by having selective hearing, you let this whatever noise comes in your head and then you let it stay there and spring some kind of branches and stuff and like weeds and things that are not serving you.
Either you may put that there or someone else puts that there.
Yeah.
But this goes back to all the things that we talk about, thought. Whatever thoughts you allow to come into your mind, whatever thoughts you begin to believe, because every belief is a choice.
Every belief is a choice.
Nobody can really force you to believe anything about yourself or about the world. They can make you pretend like you believe it. You can pretend like you believe something, but to truly believe something, that is a choice. So what do you believe about yourself?
I'll give you an
What
example.
do you believe about anything?
I agree with that. I'll give you an example, because remember that everything just is. Everything just is, okay? You have to start from there. So if we have a room, just a room, okay? So maybe to me, I'm looking at that room and I'm like, that's a relatively small room. Because in my mind, I'm comparing it to another room somewhere else. And I'm like, well, you know, relatively small room. To him, could be like, wow, that's a pretty decent sized room. It's big, spacious. Because he's comparing to something else in his mind. But the room is just a room. It's neither big nor small. It's just a matter of perception. So when people give you their opinion, that's just their perception of you. It's nothing else. It's nothing else. You giving importance to their perception is when that thing becomes big or small.
What value do you assign to that? Maybe
What
it's not
value?
Maybe you don't want to assign any value at all.
As you shouldn't, because they don't know you, and they could be either people who don't know you, or they could be people who know you but they're jealous of you. Why would you care? Why, you know, like, how do they want you to succeed? No. Do they want you to fail? Probably, because whatever they're sending your way, it's not positive. Let me tell you that. It's not a positive, what is it called? Constructive criticism by any chance.
Yeah.
No, it's just pure gossip, criticism, jealousy, you name it. So why would you care? Why would you care? We don't pay taxes for public opinion. this is so liberating. You know, the moment you stop caring about what people think of you, you become such a free human. You become such a free human. You just focus on your own truth, you know, go about your day respecting other people, spreading love, smiles and positive vibes, and just like fuck it, you know, like don't care, not my issue, not my issue. That's your perspective, that's your, you know, that's your problem, not my issue. It's not my issue.
And that goes for what you believe, like about the way that you look, what you think, what you do, all of these things. You just need to go and
Absolutely.
do what it is that you like to do.
Yeah.
And
compare yourself to yourself. Yeah. Only. Never anybody else. Never. There's so much pressure out there from social media, from like some artificial standards and bullshit with like, you know, I am a model, and I can tell you in my world, we have this, you know, the measurements and the this and the that, and, you know, the standards are even higher. And you can't, I gotta tell you, as a model, the way we, no, this is important. This is important because this is gonna be connected to you right now. As a model, the way we work, the way we get work is by going to castings. And when we go to castings, we present our portfolios, you know, meet the client and then leave. And the funny thing is that the client knows whether you're the right model for the job the moment they see you, the moment you enter the room, before they have even began talking to you or taken a look at your portfolio. You know why? Because it's the way you carry yourself. It's your whole body language, your aura, your confidence. Without confidence, you're not gonna get any jobs, nothing, you know? And especially our industry is so much about rejection because everything is about looks and nothing is personal. Nothing is personal. But without confidence, even if you're the most beautiful person in the world, you're still not gonna work. And so my point is that body language, confidence, how you carry yourself. When you work on self-love and self-care, all these things help you be happy with yourself. And when you're happy with yourself, your confidence comes naturally. Your beauty comes naturally. It comes from within. You cannot fake that. And then you just carry yourself like a person who is content and is not trying to prove anything to anybody. You know? You're just being and you're owning who you are, and you're good because, you know, you may not be perfect, but you're like a better person than you were a month ago when you were simmering, depressed that nobody likes you or loves you. I'm just giving an example. But you know what I mean?
What you think is how you will feel.
What you think is how you will feel. Isn't that true? Right? Your thoughts, your perception of yourself. First of all, let's just like one step back. Can a person be objective about themselves? Really?
I don't know how.
I don't think you can, because you can never see yourself from the side. Like you literally have to step outside of your body. You have to have an out of body experience to look at yourself from the side and be like,
And that's the mistake.
I like what I see, not bad.
Yeah, but then you're just judging yourself. Where you're rating yourself.
But people are judging themselves no matter what, because they're.
Just do what makes you happy.
Yes.
Just do what makes you happy.
Do what makes you happy, and follow your truth, and focus on delivering your gifts to making this world a better place, this planet a better place, because universe loves you, and you're part of the universe, and you're a much bigger part than you may think about of this universe. So take that and just, you know, look for the harvest the positive, and harvest and look for the ways where you can turn anything to your advantage regardless of the situation. You know, like you're always gonna have, you know, imagine a line and everything just is in the middle, and then here is the negative, here is the positive, and something happens to you, right? When it happens, it's your decision to make whether you want to pay attention to it and let it affect you negatively, or you want to find a silver lining or the lesson and let it affect you positively, so then you can transition into the sorry, give me the word is escaping me. Flow, to be in the flow, because the energy keeps coming to and through you, right? It keeps flowing to and through you. So regardless of what happens to you, if you stay on the positive, if you work or focus on staying on the positive, the energy is going to continue passing through you and you're going to stay in the flow. When you stay in the flow, this is your perfect opportunity to create. You know, you're positive, you're in the flow, love, 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 and then you create and you make magic.
And that's not to say that
it's a mindset.
That's not to say that things are positive or negative. Things
are
what,
just is
are. They're
what
just
you are.
They're what you make of them.
Yeah.
So do you want to make something positive out of it? It's the way that you see it. It's the way that you think about it.
You gotta harvest the good. Harvest the good. You know, remove the noise, opinions and nonsense that is from external stuff, and just ooh, we have a guest. This is Jagger.
How do you
We got Jagger after we rescued Sylvester, because we thought Sylvester would be lonely, and so we got a Jagger. But then now we only have Jagger. Sylvester was the most beautiful tuxedo cat, gentleman in tuxedo. And do you want to add? Like, I really feel like I was speaking. I went on this time. I just had so many good things to tell you.
I think confidence is a kind of aura. It's not something that you can honestly fake, right? You can't look at somebody. If somebody's using some sort of techniques to seem confident, to appear confident, to act confident, that's not truthful. You can see through that.
Yeah, you can see through it. You know, sometimes, would you say cockiness is faked confidence? Is that possible? Is it possible?
I honestly don't think that cockiness is sometimes, I mean, it can be faked, of course, but I think that everything can be real. You can have a true sense of cockiness, but it doesn't start out with you saying, I'm going to be cocky.
No.
The same thing as if you would say, I'm going to be confident.
Yeah, you have to embody it.
But it's not, you're like, okay, so how does a confident person act? What does a confident person do? Do they stand upright? Do they talk a certain way? Do they...
They do.
Right, but you can't, there's no formula.
I think the right way to describe a confident person is when you look at somebody who is absolutely perfectly comfortable in their skin. That's confidence. You
love yourself.
You can't
you're
fake
happy
it.
with you're happy with
yes,
yourself.
You're
can't
happy
fake
with yourself, and you're working on yourself, and you're better than yesterday. No, it's not about being perfect. It's about being truthful. Nobody likes perfect. What is perfect? What is who decides what's perfect?
It's whoever is in that moment.
Perfect sounds fake.
In that very moment, there's something around you. It's resonating, and people feel it when you're around them, because you can feel the happiness. Somebody was happy in that particular moment with wherever they're at.
Yeah.
And it's like a state of being. You know, confidence is a
state of being.
It's not a
it's a state of being which is a result of a particular frequency that you reside in. So be authentic. I think that when you're...
Part of that is authenticity. Part of that is attractiveness.
Yes. And all of these features of your character, you know, when somebody finds you too loud or you talk too much, and some people maybe find you a little bit annoying or a lot, or like all these things are part of who you are. And if you try to dim this or dim that in order to fit in, this is when you start losing your confidence, because all of a sudden you're like, well, people don't like this in me, people don't like that in me, and you're trying to fit in. So no, I'm telling you, no. Do not ever dim your light, and do not ever try to fit in, because that's not the point. On the contrary, you have to shine as bright as you can, and you have to be accepting that there are people who would absolutely be attracted to that light of yours and energy, and there are others who would find it blinding. Let me get out. It's too much for me. I can't handle it. That's their problem. It's not your problem. It's their problem. It's all good. It's all okay. It's part of the, it's part of the truth. You know what I mean? Don't change who you are. Embrace yourself with the whole spectrum of your character. Embrace it. Be proud of it. Do some affirmations in the morning when you wake up. I'm beautiful. I'm sexy. I'm confident. I love myself the way I am. I'm perfect. I'm working. Whatever works for you, like just have a little self-talk to your soul in the mirror. I'm telling you, if you start talking to that soul, to that inner child of yourself for like 5 minutes in the morning in the mirror, you're going to rewire your whole brain. You want a tool how to
Acquire?
Sustain, to create confidence for yourself. 5 minutes a day, first thing in the morning. Just look in the mirror. Just connect with your inner child, your soul. Connect and be like, hey, hello. I love you. I'm proud of you. I missed you. How are you doing today? I'm here for you. Thank you for your voice in my head. Thank you for your guidance. Please don't stop, giving me the truth and guiding me.
And that's really who you have to listen to. That's really your guide. It's not the other people. It's the stories that you're going to be telling yourself. Imagine you're just, you're playing a game.
Yeah.
You're playing basketball and you're shooting a bunch of shots and you keep missing shots.
Yeah.
And your team members are saying, it's all good, keep shooting. It's fine, but you're hard on yourself and you're getting discouraged and you're like, yeah, I'm not really making anything.
Yeah, I better never shoot again.
I'm going to stop shooting.
Yeah, no, I'm going to stop playing basketball
I might
altogether.
even stop playing. I'm not even any good.
That's ridiculous. Absolutely not. Absolutely
This
not.
applies to everything. This applies to jobs. This applies to when you're looking for relationships, when you're trying to find the right thing, when you're trying to find happiness in your life, when you want, like all of these things, oftentimes it boils down to you.
Yeah, if you're happy with yourself, nobody can tell you anything, It's like,
because you're thinking,
I don't like your hair, or I don't like the. All you gotta say is like, well, I like it, so that's all that matters.
All that matters is really what you think of yourself.
Yes.
Not what someone else thinks of you.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about what they're going to think. So what?
You just gotta be honest with yourself. Like you have to look at your results, and if there is anything you're not happy with, just work on fixing it. That but it's again coming from you, for you, to you. It's nothing to do with others people's opinions. Remember, we don't pay taxes for public opinion. So liberating. So the moment you stop caring about what people think of you, you're a free human. Yeah.
What more is there to say?
Nothing. But if you have any questions, or please just comment in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe.
Till next time.
You got this.